Hey guys, welcome to the first episode of First Touch Pod. I'm here with Richard Nkomo.
Hello guys.
How are you today, bro?
I'm good.
Now, what position do you play first of all?
First of all, I play fullback, so left back, right back, or additionally I can play on the wing, left wing or right wing.
Why are you lying to the people, bro?
I'm not lying, I can play on the wing. I can play on the wing, trust me.
Now, I saw that goal against Marconi this year, that was pretty good.
Yeah, that one was at right back though.
Alright, so this year, obviously, not this year, but you managed to get a Joeys debut, which was last year, no?
Yeah, last year.
Talk me through that experience, how was that?
So, obviously, I'm an age below that age group, so it was
Yeah.
2006 age group, I'm 07, so I wasn't really expecting to make it, but I just remember one time I played a under 18s match against Manly United.
Yeah.
I managed to play really good, and then I think Bugsy spoke to me after the game, and then I got invited to an elite match, performed at the elite match, and then after that, it was how it was, the history, man.
Wow. And when you actually went there, how was that experience? Was it super professional? Like everything was like to the T? Like how was it?
So obviously, it's obviously going to be professional because it's national team, but just the high standard that it was like held upon was really good. Obviously, it was my first ever camp, that Asian Cup, because I didn't make any other camps before that. So
you went
having the major camp as your first camp, it's not really that easy to handle, but I feel like I handled it pretty well. Obviously, Bugsy was really nice. He was a good coach, good role model. He was nice to me ever since like just the first time, and he was always cracking jokes, being happy.
That's good.
You know what I mean? It was good. And all the boys, I remember my first time, they were all introducing themselves to me. Some players I did know, some players I didn't know, so it was good. And obviously playing with some high quality players, meeting them for the first time, it was pretty good. Professionalism was excellent. Everyone on time, no one was late. You know what I mean? And but it does help because we were all staying together, so it helps a lot. Yeah,
that's good. Now in that tournament, how did you guys go? Be honest, yeah,
obviously we had really high standard because we had a good team. Obviously, when I look back at that team, I'd see all these names. I'm like, no way we got down in the quarterfinals, but we were actually expected to win it. If you didn't know, everyone thought Australia were actually going to win this Asian Cup. First time under 17. Oh no, actually, maybe I think second. I don't know if any Australian team won it, but we had a really good team. Some good players. So,
really good players. Nesta was in that team, right?
Nesta, Migsy, T. Right, there's a lot of I could name the whole squad. It was a good squad. So obviously, first game didn't really go too well actually against Saudi Arabia. I remember. We did a lot of clips, video footage on them. We were prepared, but I feel like it was lack of concentration a bit. I felt like first half we were on top of them, had so many chances, and then second half we just lowered the bar. But it just comes because
that's football.
Yeah, it's football, man. Sometimes underdogs do win, but I feel like we bounced back after with the game in China. Yeah, great goals, even that. I remember that game. Obviously, it wasn't really my best performance, but I feel like I put a good performance in for the team, and then
But that whole tournament, you personally, how did you think it was for you? Like, was it really good, like performances wise, or?
Obviously, the thing is, it was my first camp, so it was really hard to
just jump
in. So my mentality wasn't really that good, to be honest. Any really sort of setback, I would just like go into a show. I wasn't really prepared for that. Got to think about it. I was like 15, just turned 16. Like I'm away from home. I haven't seen my parents because even before the Asian Cup, we had a pre-tournament camp for 2 weeks. So I've already been away from my parents for at least, let's say, 2-3 weeks, and then now I'm playing in a major professional tournament.
And they're watching you on TV.
Everyone's watching, and then you put a few bad passes, and you're just like,
wow.
You know, I don't know. I feel like personally, I feel like I could have done better, but everything happens for a reason. You know,
that's football. That's football. Now, obviously, tell the people where you're actually from.
Yeah, I'm actually from Zimbabwe.
I'm Zimbabwean too, if you guys didn't know. So I just actually wanted to see if you consider, would you ever play for Zimbabwe? Make the hometown proud, bro. Would you ever play for Zimbabwe?
You know, obviously, I would obviously love to represent Zimbabwe, but if Australia don't come knocking the door... I'm confident. If Australia don't come knocking the door, then... You know, you might have to switch sides, man. Play for the home country.
That's it.
But that's only if they don't come through. But
That's it.
No.
Now, with that camp that you were at, you managed to get your agent, right? So was that before the camp, or was that only after?
No, actually, after the tournament, a lot of agents calling. It's obviously how it's going to happen. National team. Yeah. A lot of agents calling, but I was like just fresh 16, so I wasn't even trying to hear all that. I was just like, let me go back to Sydney and do my business and start working harder. Yeah. So I really just closed it off. But by the end of the year, obviously my agent now, Shane Smeltz, good guy. He obviously rates me. Yeah. And then we started talking, and then he's more I don't even see him as an agent actually. I just see him as like a role model.
That's
you know what I mean?
That's
he's always
good.
texting me, always checking me up. Every game he actually makes clips and violates me for most of them, but that's what makes me feel better. But yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah.
That's good to hear. Now, talk me through your journey. I'm talking early days. Talk
me proper. Yeah. Okay, so I actually started playing football at around 6-7 years old. Yeah. My first club was actually Liverpool Rangers. That was my first club, but I didn't play for them that long. So I'd give probably most credit to South West Wanderers, which is I actually coach for them right now. Yeah. So I started at South West Wanderers when I was 8 years old. Yeah. Obviously met Nick Domovsky, the person that runs South West Wanderers now. Yeah. Really good guy, takes care of me all the time. Yeah. So obviously started football there, and then I played a under-9s tournament at Sydney United five-a-side. I played against SD Raiders, and then I managed to score that game. Played really good, and then I got invited, went to go trial with them. Back then I was actually a striker. So when you want to say I didn't play winger, I was actually a striker. So
I don't believe that.
I was trialed as a striker, and this is where career absolutely shifted. So I was originally a striker, and then I went to the trial, and obviously Zimbabwean genetics and my genetics. I was really tall, I was really big. Yeah. So I was a bit stiff up top. So then I remember my coach. My first coach at like high level, Chinny. Shout out to him, man. Chinny. He's just like, can you just pop in at left back for a sec? I was like, I don't really think too much, because obviously I was a versatile player. I played striker, midfielder, but I never really played at the back. So obviously I started playing left back, and then a bit of centre back too. So actually my whole 12 season I played centre back. Yeah. So I was at SD from under 10s to under 12s, and then under 12 season I played a full season at centre back. Yeah, and then obviously
some defensive qualities.
Yeah, defensive qualities, and then obviously my under 12s year I played really good, and then I got a trial at Sydney FC for the under 13s team. And it was a really good experience. It was like my first real experience of hardships and setbacks and all that stuff. You know, always wondering like, I'm actually gonna make the squad. Do I have a chance of this? And obviously I made it really far. And then I think there was about 18 players that made the team, 19 players, and there was like the last squad was probably 22. So I obviously, unfortunately, didn't make it. But you know, it was just like
all for a plan.
Yeah, all for a plan. It all happened. Obviously, I was devastated. You couldn't imagine. I was 12. I didn't even get to try anywhere else because I was just like really focused. And it was devastating. But that's what like really fueled me. That was my real first setback. And to this day, I really think about how I switched on from being obviously I had talent, but you know, switching it and actually putting that hard work, that extra 50%
to
going, exactly, 100%,
And then after you went to Sydney United, no?
Yeah, so obviously I was doing football tech from when I was 10. So football tech was obviously just extra sessions. I was just doing on the side, and Glenn Shafiro. I remember one time I was just doing like their normal sessions. I wasn't even doing like the full-time proper session.
You were just doing part-time.
I was doing part-time. And then I remember I actually just played really good in one session, and then he's just like, do you want to come in with the full-time boys? Yeah, the full-time boys. This is when I was 10 actually. It's like, do you want to go to full-time boys? After that, started training with the proper team, and then getting a connection with him. And then obviously after SD, I went to Sydney United for under 13s. Yeah.
Then under 14s, where were you?
Under 13s, I was still at Sydney United all the way until 15s.
15s. And then 16s?
16s, made the move. It was obviously had a lot of offers, because like that's 15th season, I played really good. So I just thought, to be honest, it was more like like I needed to feel before like, you know, anything else happened, because obviously I had that setback before when they said they didn't want me, they arraigned me. And then obviously now they're coming down, I was like, yeah, it's just perfect move. So
gassed you up, huh?
Yeah, gassed me up. So went to Sydney for under 16s,
And then obviously 18s.
Yeah, Sydney was really weird because I came in there as a 16s.
Yeah.
I was training with the 16s, and then I think round 1, 2, I got pushed up. Like I was obviously playing. It was weird because I was playing 16s, and then a bit of 18s, and then a bit of 16s, and then out of nowhere just went to 20s,
which was good.
Yeah, so played a lot of 20s games, and then played a lot of 20s games in my first season, and then obviously that season I got my NPL debut.
Yeah.
And then after that, just
Joeys and stuff. And then this year, you obviously made the move to Wanderers.
Made the move to Crosstown.
How was that? How's it been?
It's been really, really, really good. It's a family, to be honest.
Yeah.
A lot of it's just really good connection.
I hear that a lot. When people talk about Wanderers, it's like really like family, like, you know.
Even all of our NPL boys, we went down to support in the derby, for example, and it's compulsory that we have to watch the games because it's actually good because you look at your player in their position, you pick out clips of them, and then you just like
see what you need to do to get
to that level. It's really better like that, to be honest.
Which is good. Yeah. Now, obviously, I've been like watching your games this year. Like I said before, here's my Coney. What a goal that was, man.
What a
the forward run and then the goal. Hopefully we can get a keep up that, but like
that goal, it was, you know what? That one was just really, it was out of the training ground. You know how some people say they just scored a goal, but that clip was out of the training ground. I promise you, I promise you, the amount of third man runs I make in training. I just remember, if I can think about the goal, obviously I was marking Dom Costanza, so I couldn't really bomb forward real quick because that guy, he's dangerous. So obviously I was staying back a little bit, and then so I remember we just had an opportunity on goal, and then we got the ball back, and it was on the left side, recycled through the middle, and then I seen my winger draw in the fullback. He drew in the fullback really good. So then I was just like, if he bounces this, if he bounces this, I'm gone. So even the commentator was like, Nkomo's running down the line. I'm like, I started running, man. I was like, I need to get this ball, and then Riley put in that ball for me, and after that,
with your right foot too.
After that, I
didn't know you had a weak foot.
To be honest, it was just like I didn't even really think about it. I just tried to drive at the man and just see what he wants to do. So I made him make a decision. He dove in, and so then I just went on my right and just took it bottom corner.
That's it.
Tucked it.
Obviously, that's obviously great to hear. And just ask, with your faith, you're a Christian, right?
Yeah, I'm a Christian.
So how has that really helped you in your football career?
Being a Christian footballer, especially, it helps really good because obviously you know how football is, setbacks, ups and downs. So if really having a faith with Christ, it helps me go through every day. Obviously, if I have a problem, I just read a verse about it. Anytime I'm just going down, then I just read the Bible, you know what I mean? Obviously, attend church every time I can. Obviously, it's hard with football. And especially now playing first grade, every game is all of a sudden 3 p.m. Sunday, you know what I mean? So it's hard. But obviously, all glory to God, everything that happens.
That's it. Now, in the week, you're training. I want to know about your training and your routines. So like, is there anything superstitious that you do every day? Is there any routines that you like to do all the time?
For just the week?
Yeah, for the week. Just
for the week, probably not many superstitions. Normally, it's always we train in the afternoon, so I obviously go to school before that and go to training. After training, do a bit of rolling, stretching, bit of exercise, whatever I need. Usually ice bath.
How many days do you train a week?
We train 4 times a week.
4 times a week.
But even if we play a game on Sunday, we train 5. So the Sunday game, I hate it. It's the worst one because we have to go into training in the morning on Saturday.
And then you have to go on the next day.
And then you have to go the next day. So it's good, but because
it keeps your muscles,
it keeps your muscles moving, it keeps your mind ticking. Because I feel like if you have a rest before game, you come into the game, you're just a bit you're just a bit weird.
Which is fair enough. Your mindset. What's your mindset? Quick booper, keep booper. Now, what's your mindset towards training and games and stuff? Is there anything that fully sets you in?
For training and games, probably. So I'll do training first. I don't know. I'm not really a training type of guy. I feel I feel like training. I don't like to really like. I don't know how to explain it. I don't have to put a word for it. I don't really like to like be in that mindset for training because like training, you're just getting a feel for the ball. I see training as preparation for the weekend. Yeah. You know what I mean? I don't see training. Oh, I want to just go blast people and just like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Really just go through the motions. Obviously, when it's intense, you have to be intense, but more light stuff, just preparing my body for the game because that's the real test. Because you know, if you're not performing in the game, then what's training at the point? Yeah, but
that's true.
That's with team training, but individual training, extras and all that, I just like to do stuff that I usually do. So if it's crossing or if it's just a bit of finishing, if I get into that position, yeah.
What's your goals this year? What's your goals like?
Goals this year, I feel like my goal is to push A-League. I feel like I'm in that position where I've had a full season in NPL under my belt and I'm just really pushing to A-League. Yeah. But as you know, to get from reserves to that professional level, there's 5%ers and all that stuff. Once I get that locked down, then that's my goal really for this season. And if that's not the case, then performing well week in, week out for NPL. Let's go.
Is there anyone in your journey of football that supported you like the most? Like someone like that's like really like been in there like really.
Okay. I feel like when I was probably the one you gotta say supports you the most, and everyone knows this, you gotta say your mum. Okay, my mum supports me, but footballing side, I have to give my shout out to Jeff Samuel. Honestly, I went to school at Bosley Park in Year 7, and obviously Jeff runs the TFP there. Yeah, and every time he just always used to give me advice, everything, because obviously he's worked with. I couldn't even name how many players he's worked with. He knows, and he's obviously got like connections with the national team. So I was talking to him, saying, what's something I could improve, or what's something that the Australian coaches like. Yeah. And then he'd always tell me stuff to do. And then obviously one thing he just always told me is play like someone's watching. Yeah. And that is basically what happened. Because if I didn't think about his mentality, I don't even know where I'd probably be right now. Yeah. Because if I took the game not that seriously, then you know what would happen? Maybe no national team, maybe no A-League club at the end of the day.
That's true. Now, if like when you're playing, I know if you probably don't think about this a lot, what age would you want to like stop? Do you ever think about like what age you would want to just say, nah, I'm done? Do you ever think about that? Like,
nah, it's not a thought that really crosses my mind, but I feel like, because as a defender, you don't really want to retire early. So I feel like anywhere mid-30s. Because even like after I retire from professional level, I'd love to play NPL. Do you know what I mean? I always think about that. Like, love to come back, play NPL, just keep on playing because I just can't think of a life without football.
Exactly,
do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Now, this is obviously something you're gonna think about, and you're gonna probably shout someone out. Who is the hardest attacker you've had to verse?
Wow. As a defender, you always got to give someone their flowers. And to be honest, I've versed a lot of good attackers this season. Obviously, NPL first grade, you've got
so many names.
So many names. You know, I'll give someone their flowers. I'll give a shout out Marcus Eunice in that first derby. That's the hardest.
Was he
hardest?
Good?
He was good, man. You know what? I actually got to admit that he got the better of me that day. It's hard for me to admit because me, I've got a big ego when it comes to defending, but I'll give him his flowers. Just everything, double movements, hard to track, and he's quick. Obviously, I'm not saying I'm slow, but like, he's coming against a quick player too, it's just like,
and he's killing it.
He's killing it, man. But yeah, I'll give my flowers to him, man.
Be honest, be honest. If I played you in a one-on-one game,
we already know what's happening.
First to five, I reckon I've got you 5-4.
5-4. Yeah. First to 5, you said you got 5-4. 5-4. So you
I win 5-4.
So you think so you think you can get past me? Yeah. Okay, maybe you can defend me. I'll give you that, but you can't get past me. I'll give you that.
Maybe we should
because you see this guy in the slide tackles. You've seen it.
Nah. Alright. So if you wanted to go overseas and play, is there any specific country you would want to go to? Have you thought about that? Which country would you want to go and like, start your journey? Would you think, or anyone really?
Man, I don't know what it is. I think maybe it's because I've gone there. and obviously played a tournament there. But I feel like I love Germany, man.
Germany, yeah.
Germany, the weather was like it was just football weather because it wasn't hot, which was good because I don't like playing hot conditions. Yeah, because Australia is hot, and even when I went to Asia, Asia's hot, man. So I went to Germany. The conditions were perfect. I played my best football because I don't know. I just liked it. I liked the coldness.
Loved it.
But obviously, I wasn't there when it was snowing. Maybe the snow and all that
make a difference.
Yeah, make a difference. But it was pretty. It was good. It was good quality, and that's probably where I'd start my footballing journey overseas. If not Germany, then England. Yeah, because
England,
language barrier, you know. I can't even speak. Shut up, man.
No Zimbabwe.
So, hey, man, a language barrier. So probably let's say either Germany or England.
Yeah, that's good. That's good to hear. Now, obviously, we've spoken a lot, and you've helped me a lot with a lot of advice and things and stuff. Is there anything to people watching that you would like give and to say to like all these people that are looking up to you, really? Because you probably think that not many people are looking up, but I tell you now, heaps of kids will be looking at you every day. So, is there anything that you would want to say?
Probably one thing I'd probably just say. Obviously, everyone's going to tell you to work the hardest, but that quote that I said, that Jeff said, always in a game, just play like someone's watching you. You don't know how far that will take you.
Yeah.
Play like someone's watching, but don't put too much pressure on yourself because at the end of the day, you got to love the game. You don't want to put too much pressure on yourself. Just play like someone's watching. When you're not feeling like you're having the best game, just try one or two more things. Have confidence too.
Yeah.
As a footballer, you have to have a lot of confidence
to do things.
Because without confidence, you can't show what you're made of, to be honest. But
that's so good, man. That's so good. Now, you've heard of FirstTouch NPL. Like, what we want to do in our platform is obviously build young footballers, and we want to help you guys. It's all about everyone else that wants to get better. So, is there anything that you like about us, or that what we're doing?
No, obviously, I remember I came across FirstTouch NPL when they first started, when they were running your clips. when they were running Tara slide tackles. I remember that. And obviously, the thing that I appreciate the most is how far they've come.
Yeah.
To be honest, from coming
at the start,
not even edited clips, like they were just cutting, you know, pasted. Now they've doing collaborations and all that stuff, sponsorships. It's really, really, really good to see. And obviously, just what you said, helping young people. Obviously, I'm young myself, but anyone that's watching and that's, you know, obviously having the pleasure to look up to me. I feel like, you know, it's good, really, you know what I mean? That's what it is to me. I feel like FirstTouch NPL is a platform for young players to look up to players and even just to showcase yourself even, you know?
That's it. Now to everyone at home, I hope you guys are rooting Richie on this season and hoping that he gets an A-League debut. This has been Richie Nkomo at FirstTouch NPL. Peace.
We're out.